are approaching an intersection and a funeral procession led by a vehicle with flashing lights is entering. What is the law in Georgia? A. You have the right of way if your light is green. B. You must yield to all vehicles in the procession. C. Only the lead vehicle has the right of way. D. Processions must yield to regular cross traffic. A 19-year-old driver with a clean record is convicted of reckless driving for the first time. What is the mandatory penalty concerning their driver's license? A. A 6-month license suspension. B. A 12-month license suspension. C. A warning and mandatory attendance in a defensive driving course. D. A fine and 4 points added to their driving record. You find yourself driving in dense fog. Besides using your low-beam headlights, what is the most important adjustment you should make? A. Turn on your hazard lights while driving to warn others. B. Reduce your speed and increase your following distance. C. Maintain your speed to get out of the fog quickly. D. Use only your parking lights to avoid glare. Georgia's open container law prohibits anyone from possessing an open container of alcoholic beverage in the passenger area of a vehicle. Who can be charged with a violation if the open container is within the reaching distance of multiple occupants? A. The driver only. B. The person holding the container only. C. All occupants of the vehicle. D. Only the owner of the vehicle if present. You arrive at a 4-way stop and come to a complete stop. A car on the cross street to your right has already been stopped at the intersection before you arrived. Who should be allowed to go first? A. You should go first because you are on their left. B. The car that was already stopped should go first. C. Both cars should proceed slowly at the same time. D. The car traveling on the busier street should go first. You are driving on a Georgia expressway and your exit is approaching. When should you begin to slow down? A. After you have fully moved into the deceleration lane. B. While still in your main travel lane, just before the exit. C. As soon as you see the first sign for your exit. D. Only after you have entered the sharpest part of the exit ramp curve. What does this combination of signs indicate? A. The upcoming railroad crossing is raised, and vehicles with low ground clearance risk getting stuck on the tracks. B. The road surface near the tracks is rough, and you should slow down to avoid losing control. C. There is a dip in the road before the railroad tracks. D. The railroad crossing ahead has no warning lights or gates. Under Georgia's TADRA law, during the first 6 months of holding a Class D provisional license, who is legally permitted to be a passenger in the vehicle? A. Immediate family members only. B. One person under 21 who is not family. C. Up to 3 friends of any age. D. Only the driver's parents or guardians. You are helping your 16-year-old sibling gather the necessary documents for their instructional permit, Class CP, application. Which of the following is an acceptable document to prove their school attendance to the Georgia DDS? A. A certificate of school enrollment, DS1, signed by a school official. B. Their most recent school report card. C. Their current student ID card with a photo. D. A notarized letter from a parent confirming they are in school. When preparing to leave the highway, you see this sign. What does it indicate? A. The recommended safe speed for the exit ramp is 30 miles per hour. B. The legal maximum speed limit on the exit ramp is 30 miles per hour. C. This is exit 30, and all vehicles must exit. D. Only high occupancy vehicles may use this exit.
Soft ambient, study music.
You are driving on a Georgia interstate with the correct number of passengers to use the high occupancy vehicle, HOV, lane. The line separating your lane from the HOV lane is a solid white line. When can you legally enter the HOV lane? A. When you reach a designated point where the solid line becomes a dashed white line. B. Immediately, as long as you have the required number of passengers. C. At any point, provided you signal your intention for at least 100 feet. D. Only when directed to do so by a law enforcement officer. You are 16 years old and received your Class D provisional license 4 months ago. You want to give a ride home from school to your younger sister and your best friend. Is this legally permitted? A. No, because you can only transport immediate family members during this period. B. Yes, because you are allowed to transport up to 3 passengers. C. Yes, but only if your friend sits in the back seat. D. No, because you are not allowed to have any passengers for the first 6 months. You are driving on a rural interstate when a heavy thunderstorm begins, making the road surface slick and reducing your visibility. How should you adjust your following distance? A. Increase your following distance to 3 or more seconds. B. Maintain the standard 2-second following distance. C. Decrease your following distance to keep the vehicle ahead in sight. D. Turn on your hazard lights and maintain the same distance. A public transit bus has signaled its intention to re-enter a traffic lane from a bus stop. What is your legal obligation in Georgia? A. You must yield the right of way to the bus. B. The bus must wait for a gap in traffic and yield to you. C. You only need to yield if the bus is in a school zone. D. You may maintain your speed and position if you are in the leftmost lane. You are on a 2-lane road and see a tow truck with flashing amber lights on the shoulder. Oncoming traffic prevents you from changing lanes. What must you do? A. Stop in your lane and wait for the oncoming traffic to clear. B. Speed up to get past the tow truck quickly. C. Slow down to a speed below the posted limit and be prepared to stop. D. Honk your horn to signal your intention to pass. When you see this sign while driving, you should A. Be prepared for vehicles entering your lane from the left and allow them space to merge. B. Prepare to move into the left lane, as your lane is ending. C. Come to a complete stop and wait for traffic from the left to pass. D. Expect a sharp curve to the left ahead.
Soft ambient study.
When driving in Georgia, what is a critical legal consequence associated with the speed shown on this sign? A. Driving at or above this speed can result in being classified as a superspeeder, leading to an additional state fee. B. This is the minimum speed required for travel in the leftmost lane. C. This speed limit is only advisory and not legally enforceable during daylight hours. D. Exceeding this speed by more than 10 miles per hour results in an automatic license suspension. A person under age 21 is convicted of driving 24 miles per hour or more over the speed limit. What is the mandatory penalty for their driver's license? A. 6-month license suspension. B. Double standard fine only. C. 1-year license suspension. D. Automatic classification as a habitual violator. This sign warns drivers of what potential hazard? A. A significant drop from the pavement to the shoulder, which could cause a loss of control. B. The road ahead is rough and uneven, slow down. C. A steep hill is ahead. Be prepared to use a lower gear. D. The right lane is ending and you will need to merge left. A personal transportation vehicle, PTV, or low-speed vehicle is generally allowed on roads in Georgia if the road meets which specific criteria? A. The posted speed limit is 35 miles per hour or less. B. The road is within a private residential development only. C. The vehicle has a permit to operate on state highways. D. The road has a designated bicycle lane.